considered a time to celebrate the life of the departed instead of mourning the loss of their life. And while many of us would like to handle that occasion in a more celebratory mood, we are far from that reality, at least if we want to use the West African country as a benchmark. Key to the occasion, apart from those present to bid a final farewell to the departed, is the centerpiece. And in Ghana, it is the coffin that steals the show. Well, unlike our conventional boxes, artists like our guests this morning are loved, respected and celebrated for carving the best coffins ever. While many still struggle to coin the term or expression that adequately reflects the meaning of Pajo's work, we will settle on defining him as the man who helps Ghanaians rest in artistic peace, or the one who enables people to rest inside sculptures that echo who they are. Well, following their participation at the Joburg Art Fair last week, Pajo and his son, whose birth names are Joseph and Jacob Teta Ashong, join us in studio. Gentlemen, good morning to you. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning to you too.
Pajo, I'm going to start off with you because I must tell you, these are works of art. So they're creative but functional as well. How did it all begin?
This work we're starting, I'm a third generation now. This work is starting from 1950 time. While Mr. Atowo, when his grandmother died, she said, grandmother, you don't travel before. So she think he make the aeroplane coffee to give to his grandmother to travel to heaven, because you don't use aeroplane before. So we're starting from aeroplane to grandmother.
And that's how it started.
That time.
Was it common in Ghana before then, or was it just this show of affection, a final goodbye to a loved one, to say, you've never been on an aeroplane, I will carve you a coffin of an aeroplane? So was it popular in Ghana before, or was this the beginning of the trend?
Actually, you know, people were being seated, especially the kings, the royals, in palanquins, in many shapes and in many subjects and objects, you know, like the eagle, the lion, etc. You know, so there was also a king also who also commissioned Atowo, the same Atowo, to commission a cocoa pod palanquin for him. But unfortunately for him, he was not able to sit in the palanquin and he died. So Atowo have to remove the stool from the cocoa pod to serve as a coffin. And yes, there it became, before Atowo's grandmother died, and they made the airplane to escort. But then the Kotoka International Airport was under construction. So I think the mother was yearning to travel overseas. It was yearning to, but unfortunately for her also, she was not also able to travel before she died. So that all began. And I think Seth Kanekwe, the master of Pajo, also was also a carpenter and also had an idea to make all this stuff, and Pajo learned from him.
So now it has spread like wildfire and it's extremely popular. Your father said he's the third generation.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you feel the pressure that you had to take over, or was it a passion that you also developed?
Yes, there's a pressure on me, you know, to take over, because I may say I have a lot of competitors in Ghana, and there are also masters of coffins makers in Ghana also as well. So I think the routine will be moving around all the other coffin makers before it comes to me, because it was part of the Panian. That's why it's the third generation. But I might not be the fourth generation, because there's someone else who has already opened his workshop before me, and in Ghana it's continuous. So if you are able to open your workshop first, then that means the mantle falls upon you. When you're nobody, then the other person who also opened his workshop after you, the mantle falls upon him. So it's like, yes, yeah.
Did you think that it would be so popular to the point where you're traveling all over the world? Your name is renowned for this artwork. Did you think that it would be at this point?
Yes. Because I'm travel.
Yeah.
Go to US, Chicago, Indianapolis, to work about the 3 coffins is there. I may come back to go to UK, Clover Park, to make the lion.
My goodness.
Before we went to Lagos, I think in the month of June this year, we also made an airplane for an artist in residence for an exhibition ending this weekend. That's where, before we came to South Africa to spend 4 weeks making 3 coffins.
Do you think that there's a market for this outside of Ghana? You've mentioned that there's interest, so lots of people will call you to come and exhibit, etc. But do you think you can start a franchise in perhaps South Africa? We always say that, you know, in funerals, no, we must celebrate the life, but we don't really do it.
Exactly.
But do you think that perhaps we can start seeing a new trend where you can have orders from across the continent and abroad?
Exactly. We hope so. There was a few years ago back, I heard there was someone in Italy being buried in one of our Mercedes-Benz coffin, you know, and it's like, wow, it's going beyond Ghana and it's going beyond Africa, you know. So we know it's going to be a widespread whereby people will be interested also to partake in going in stars. Yeah.
How long does it take to make one of the coffins? It's maybe the average. I know they're different, but average, how long does it take?
Average, it takes 4 weeks. 4 weeks. And also sometimes it depends on the details. Yes, and the details on the coffins also. Because some could take 3 months, 2 months, depending on the details on the coffin. Because we want to make sure we put all details, because the going of the disease means a lot to us, you know, in the land of the afterlife. You know, we don't want any shortage.
How much does it cost?
It's probably cost the burial and the international, you know, because if it is for local, you know, we use the softwood and other common materials. But it's going to be for an art collection. The price is also different, because we use the hardwood and quality, but because it's going to be on display. Yeah, so probably for art displays, it costs like 270,000 rand, 1,000 rand, yes, and when it's for burial, maybe 90,000 or 100,000, you know.
And there are families who will come to you. What do they say when they come to you? Do they give you a description of the person's life? Do they ask for advice? Or do they just come to you and say, we want you to make like a sneaker? I think I saw a shoe over there. Do they come to you with requests, or do they give you some information and then you come with some ideas? How does it work?
Sometimes the family will come in to discussion the design, she like it. But you coming for my workshop to show you the pictures. Then we condense in idea to use my picture to make it for the person. At the same time, this work is a profession. Maybe you are secretary, so you made a paying coffin for you, paying coffin. Maybe you are fisherman, they are make the fish.
Yeah.
Maybe shark.
If I'm a news anchor, what do you do? A studio? A camera?
Yes, a camera.
A TV?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, a TV or a camera. Yes, with some radio mic, you know.
I see. I see. I hope I'm not going to need it for a long time. Very long time. Exactly. But we'll have to leave it there. It is absolutely remarkable, quite insightful, and clearly very creative as well. I didn't think I would have a discussion about death or a funeral with a smile on my face or a question mark when it comes to the actual coffin. So congratulations to you on your work, and perhaps, you know, you must talk to me if you're looking for a franchise here in South Africa. But let's leave it there, gentlemen. Thank you so much again for coming through.